Hello, I am in Underhill State Park here in Vermont, near Burlington. I am going to hike basically the entire Mount Mansfield Ridge. My plan is to get to the highest point of Vermont, as well as another point along the ridge that is referred to as the Nose, because the profile of Mansfield Ridge is said to resemble a face. So the feature that resembles the nose of the face is what I'm really after today. I've climbed to the peak of the mountain before, but the nose I just walked past and never climbed. I want to get up there because of reasons that are gonna become clear. Your first preview, let's say, as you go up the CCC road. And here I am at the Maple Ridge Trail. It finally gets interesting now. Immediately pretty slippery and mossy. Yeah. Now I've forgotten how cool this trail is. It's been 4 years since I've last been here. And yeah, I totally forgot. This trail is not messing around. It's like, you want to go up this mountain? Go ahead. Yeah. The mountain's right there. Start climbing. No complaints. 0.8 miles remaining to the forehead. Yeah, remember how I said Mount Mansfield looks like a face when viewed from the side? Well, the feature I'm going up right now resembles the forehead, and mud bath time. It rejuvenates the skin. Climb up the crack. Yeah, some of these features are getting into class 3, I would say. Okay, cool. I hop to the other side of this thing. Dead ahead, I think, is the forehead. That's the summit proper. That's the nose. That's where I'm going first. But up the forehead I go. Summit of Mansfield. The nose. Okay, I'm at the top of the forehead here. And that's the nose and the summit of Mansfield. Summit over there, nose over there, as seen from the forehead. Okay, I'm now following the service road up here that leads to the communications towers on top of the nose. And why am I specifically so interested in climbing this thing? Well, there's this thing in the Northeast called the New England 4,000 footers, and according to most recent measurements of prominence and elevation, the nose seems to qualify to be on this list, but it's not included on the AMC New England 4,000 footers list. Me being an OCD completionist, I was like, okay, I have to do this. I have to climb up the nose, which requires me to go right past all this equipment servicing the towers. Really adds to the naturey atmosphere. Well, that insulation has taken a beating. Yay! Looking back at that lump is the forehead. Whew. Visible quite prominently now is the summit proper of Mount Mansfield. Whew. And I believe the summit proper of the nose is this outcropping here. Probably, no? Yeah, I mean, this is the highest thing around, so this is it. The summit of the nose. The secret 6th 4,000 footer of Vermont that is not considered by the AMC to be on the list. And I was looking for the survey marker. Here's one that has seen better days. And now that I'm high up, you can see the islands in the middle of Lake Champlain, like the Hero Islands. You can see those a lot more clearly. Full panoramic views from up here, if you don't mind looking at the cell towers here. So the nose of Mount Mansfield that I'm standing upon right now is 4,064 feet above sea level, and it has 212 feet of prominence. So you have to descend 212 feet at least before you start climbing up the main summit of Mansfield, which is dead ahead that way. And 200 feet is the minimum cutoff for a peak to be included on the AMC 4,000 footers. So this peak just barely qualifies. The secret 6th 4,000 footer in Vermont that no one knows about. Yeah, the nose seems like nobody knows. Nobody knows about the nose. That strip there is Lake Champlain. And on the other side you can see some of the Adirondack Mountains even in New York, like faint outlines of them are visible through the haze. On a clear day, you can probably even see like Montreal from here. It's not terribly far away. I am trying, but I can't see it. You'd probably need it to be like winter or something for it to be clear enough for you to see Montreal. Okay, now I'm gonna try to descend the nose from the north side, following these faint blue markers, and see what happens. And all the while try not to step on vegetation as much as possible. Okay, I found it. The summit parking lot, baby. So yeah, definitely, if you don't feel like climbing up this mountain, there are easier options like that. And that white building there is where the gondola drops you off. Yeah, I'm continuing to chug along and the blue blazes just keep showing up. I don't know. That's funny. Okay, I found a blue marker here, and then yeah, it's just a bit of a tight squeeze through the trees. Okay, this was the end of the trail, and this is how I joined up back to the Long Trail. So there's no signage, no nothing. I descended that just up there, the nose. Looks a lot crazier from this angle than it actually was. And that's where I am headed, baby. If you're here, you've pretty much arrived at the final ascent.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed with the Drummond
Yep.
guys. They're like my age.
I remember hearing the name.